1 minute warning!
To the goofball army out there, hi at the families, tell them to get to the next room, tell them to go to your neighbors, because we got goofball news to go over, and it might get crazy.
Typically does, guys. If it's your first episode ever, you got like 30 seconds before we start, so not enough time to go to the bathroom, but go get a drink, because trust me, you're probably going to need it there. In the meantime, the rest, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. That way you know about future episodes as well, guys. Buckle your seatbelts if you haven't already. Make sure your tray is in the upright position here, guys, because we are just about ready to get going. And like, oof.
Guys, if you want a crazy ride going forward, a bunch of nonsense, but all nothing but the truth about the Giants, listen in, buckle in, tell a friend.
Let's go.
And now, here are your goofball hosts, Drew and Rob.
Welcome, fellow goofballs, to Two Giant Goofballs and New York Giants podcast. I am Drew, joined as always by...
me. Oh, Rob, who's completely pissed off?
Oh, I am fucking fuming right now. Let me just give you guys fair warning. There's going to be some cussing in this one here. If like anybody has kids or anybody listening, just fair warning. I'm not going to be the jerk and try to nonstop here, but it's probably going to happen here because I'm fucking fuming.
There's some fucking language that's going to be said over here. So
yeah, like this is
like,
one of those.
Hide the wives, hide the kids, because we're about to get into some nitty gritty, ugly football.
Yeah, so like we'll try to keep it down a little bit here, but yeah, it's probably going to happen here. So I'm also going to go ahead and put the link out there if anybody wants to join us here once we're done talking here for a little bit of some of the issues with this game here. So you'll see that on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. But yeah, guys, we are freaking fuming right now because this game is a game we should have won.
We're up 19-0.
Like point blank should have won.
We made a great defense not look good at all.
Yeah. And, I said in the game, I said, when we're doing the play-by-play, I said, there's a certain point where teams need to learn how to win. And I really think this is one of those games that the team needed to learn how to win. And we don't know how to do that. But I'm going to go even further for you guys here. And I'm going to say the coaching staff doesn't know how to win. We went into prevent defense way too goddamn early. The Giants were happy to just go ahead and, run the ball twice and then go ahead and throw with dart, and that's it. Like, that's an issue.
Listen, it's 100% on the coach staff. You look at Dart with that last touchdown he got. That was dry. That was hard. That was some grit over there. Just going down the field, marching down, like, command that team. It's just... You got terrible play call, and like that defense, our defense, which looked really good in that first half, looked even good in that the second. It started the second, like in the third quarter. But when you have 33 unanswered points in the last 20 minutes of football, like what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, like this is, and again, this is what I'm saying. Like we could, and this is, it brings me back to what happened at the Cowboys game. That's 2 games now that we've gone ahead and gone to prevent defense. And given up, like we're won, it's done. It's not over yet, obviously, because we lost the goddamn game, guys.
Yeah, listen, I was talking to some family before this. I was like, prevent defense for the loss is exactly what happened right there. It's like if we just played football, if we were playing football before, like everything would have been all right. Like we decided to zone out, let these guys, like let's give them a little play, and then next thing you know, you got Ingram getting you 20 yards.
Yeah.
On a big crucial turnover. Was it the fourth down or was it the third down when you got that down the sideline?
Like, what which play? I'm sorry, you said Ingram and then you said
Ingram at the last drive when you get the last touchdown.
You're talking about what Ingram was holding Cordell Flott to get the touchdown.
No, I wasn't even talking about that one. I was talking about when he got pushed out to the sidelines. Yeah.
I think
it was third and 14, and we gave him 19 yards.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing is just absolutely goddamn ridiculous. Now, listen, these are all valid issues here. Let's talk about the goddamn real issue here. The kicker. How many goddamn times have we been saying? How many times have we been saying we need a goddamn kicker? We can't trust Graham Gano. We're paying him way too much money. And how many times, Rob, did you and I sit there and say, Jude McAtamney is only on the goddamn roster because he was an international player that didn't count towards the practice squad. And yet somehow the Giants are perfectly okay with him being the guy to go ahead and be the kicker the last couple weeks. Like, how the hell is that possibly? Meanwhile, by the way, I'm going to give you this because I know everybody likes to say, oh, well, who the hell would you have picked? Like, people always say that, like, give me a solution. Here's the solution. The last 2 weeks, Jake Moody has been the kicker for the goddamn Bears because they picked him up after the 49ers cut him. Okay, he's gone 3 of 4 for field goals. He's gone 3 of 3 for extra points. And don't get me wrong, nice. Jake Moody is not a great kicker, but Jude McAtamney is point blank shouldn't be the goddamn league if he was born in the U.S. And I'm not trying to say it to be a jerk. It's just the truth of the matter. If he was born in the U.S., he would not have been on the Giants roster. He's an international player exemption that didn't count towards the total for the practice squad. That's why we kept him.
100%. And listen, if he at the beginning of the game, in that first half, when he missed it too, like we were going for extra 2-point conversions because didn't have a kicker that was kicking. It wasn't making points. You relied on that. We would have won that game. Like that kicker lost us the game. Like let's do the math.
Point blank. Well, I don't want to go that far as saying the kicker cost us the game because the defense also gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter. So I don't want to sit there and say it's all the kicker, but the kicker is a big part of it.
It's a very big part because you change the style of how you play the Broncos play their offense based on the points that are on the board. They know for a fact that they could go and get a field goal and they'll be up, and that's what they did.
Yep.
You go get a touchdown, you're up by 4, which causes us to go get a touchdown, not a field goal to tie. And you made 2 of those field goals. Guess what? We were up by 1 point. We could have made that field goal and won the game.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's like it's absolutely insanity. The whole situation here. I mean, there's not a single positive that I can give on that fourth quarter. And listen, I want to be somewhat positive
I hear
you guys. Like I really do. Like I can sit there and say, okay, we hung with the Broncos, who are a playoff team last year. We played them really close, and I want to be able to say that as a positivity. And I'll tell you this, guys, if the game didn't end the way it ended, I probably would be coming on here saying that point blank. Because if we had just played close throughout the whole thing and we just lost because of a last minute field goal, I'd be coming on here really positive probably. But the whole entire thing, and what really pisses me off is during the game while we're whooping their butts, I'm like, you know what? I've been a kind of a really negative guy in this coaching staff. I got to give them some props because we were beating the Broncos in every single way. The second I do that, they remind me why I hate this goddamn coaching staff. Yeah, they remind me why I hate this goddamn coaching staff. Because they played the most boring, horrible offensive scheme they possibly could have played. They go ahead and play prevent defense and allow all this scoring to happen. And then you put the freaking nail in the coffin with the crappy kicker who can't make it a goddamn extra point. Again, this is a kicker who couldn't keep his job at Rutgers.
Yeah.
He lost his job in college, and we made him our starting kicker. Are you goddamn freaking shitting me? You tell me any other team that would do that but the Giants. And you know what? This to me just screams of the kind of BS move, same as them not going ahead and mooting up little Jordan Humphreys against the Saints because they wanted to see the $40,000 it would have cost them. Go get yourself a real kicker. You want to be a real NFL franchise, go get yourself a real goddamn kicker. Not some moron that's only on the goddamn team because he was born in freaking Ireland or Scotland, wherever the hell he's from. I think Ireland.
Yeah, I think he's Irish.
It's the only reason he's on the goddamn squad because he didn't count. That's
he's in the pub before the game.
Absolutely goddamn freaking ridiculous. And, I hear a lot of people also complaining on the Broncos side, too, about holding calls not being called on the Giants. How about the reverse? There are so many goddamn holding calls that could have been called on the Broncos.
They got a lot of calls against them, but there were some bad ones.
there were some really obvious ones not called at that point too as well. And the whole thing is just and you know, I feel the worst for Jaxson Dart in this. I really do. I feel the worst for Jaxson Dart. The kid busted his ass out there today.
He did. Like, listen, I saw him cross that goal line and the last 2 minutes of football regulation, the last minute actually. I was like, damn, that's hero ball right there. That dude deserves a lot.
Yeah.
And then your defense and your coaching fucks the game up for you. You literally put that game on the line how many times today? And you played hero ball and you still lost because your coaches couldn't get you back. I'd be pissed.
Yeah. And it's like, it's one of those situations where Jaxson Dart in the day, guys, 15 of 33, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Let me be very frank. That interception is going to look bad when you look back at things that happened at that play, because that was a big, not just a big move because they got them a touchdown, but it was a big momentum change to give momentum 100%. Towards the Broncos. But I hate to keep on saying this every time he makes a bad play, but point blank, Jaxson Dart, guys, gets a rookie pass.
He does.
A rookie pass.
Listen, at the end of the day, like, we talked about this going into this season, this draft. Like, I wasn't that high in Dart. He's impressed me. Like, this game, like, he's playing great ball. Like, he's reading the defenses for the most part. And yeah, he had an interception today, but he also was the one that kept us in the game. If we had Russ in this game,
yes,
we would have won.
Do you think Russ would have gotten that touchdown to put us in the lead towards the end?
No.
No way in hell.
No.
Yeah,
So it's like I feel bad for Dart. Like he said, like he's sadly, like, he's getting shipped in with some pretty shitty coaching right now.
You know, it's also 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for the kid in 4 games. I can't knock him. You know, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry, because the stats I'm looking at did include today. So I'm sorry. 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I thought that seemed low. 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So, you know, like, that's a damn good start to a 4-game career so far.
Yeah. So, listen, we were happy with Eli doing stuff like that.
Could you imagine him with an actual coaching staff?
Oh, be balling. Listen, bring him over to Minnesota. See how well he plays.
Oh my God, maybe going to the Super Bowl right now with that defense and him playing like that with the Vikings. But you know, and I see people already in the comments. Daboll should be fired today. You know, Bowen should be fired. All this stuff. Listen, I don't disagree with y'all. And you know, I've been on that for kick since last year. But what it boils down to is there's nobody to compete for that job. That's the problem. There's no one to compete for that job. No one. There's nobody with any head coaching experience on the whole entire coaching staff. Point blank. There's not even somebody where you go, okay, I fire Shane Bowen. Who are we going to put, you know, at the starting, you know, for the defensive coordinator now? Who's going to be the defensive coordinator? You know, like, you got a couple of people that you could, but you know, Marquand Manuel comes into mind here, you know, and I see a potato grifter hire Antonio Pierce as DC. You don't just pick up a guy off the streets and make him your defensive coordinator. You can't do that right now.
No, especially like
you don't want to see that defense next week.
It's not good. Yeah, it's not good look in the locker room. 1 and 2. Antonio Pierce has nothing to do with this defense, so he doesn't know what he's getting into. So it's completely new to him. You have to promote someone from within if you're going to do mid-season coaching staff fire him. I'm
gonna say again what I've been saying now for much of this season: fire Daboll, fire Shane Bowen, make Mike Kafka the offensive coordinator. Which, let me be very clear, is not a great move, but it's the best move you got available. And then you throw Shane Bowen out and you put Marquand Manuel, who is the secondary coach, or Andre Patterson, who I prefer, but I don't know if he'd want it, to be very frank with you, as the defensive coordinator. And you get things rolling, because that's what we need to do. We need to get rid of this bad taste in these guys in here. But I'm with Deb, who says my prediction: no one will get fired. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's getting fired. Be very clear on that, guys. I don't think anybody's getting fired. And again, I think what is the worst of this whole scenario is, again, just the way it happened. If we had lost just a close game with the Broncos, like, okay, fine. We hung with the team at that point. That's now 5-2.
Yeah, we were on pace to really get another win and be sitting at,
We're beyond on pace. Like, we flat out should have had it.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot better than a lot of Giants fans thought after the first 2 weeks of football.
Yeah, like
So
it's
very sad. It's very sad.
And here's the comment right there. It was Sadu Berries. This was our season, Dallas Saints in this 3 games. Yes, you could easily sit there and say, if it wasn't for the coaching staff, potentially, we had those 3 games. Because
we'll be looking at a way different season.
We played prevent in the Cowboys game. That cost us a loss. We went ahead and played crappy against the Saints, 5 in a row, turnovers. And I'm sorry, I know the turnovers weren't the coach. I know someone's going to say that, oh, Daboll didn't turn the ball over. Yeah, but that's coaching. That's coaching still.
Yeah.
And then you go ahead and you got this game now that we should have won. And David says, I'm disgusted. I'm sick and tired of prevent defense with 35 seconds to go. Kickers making 60-yard field goals. Yeah, 100%. 100%. It's just, yeah. Dorothy says, Andre Patterson is interim head coach and bring back Jerome Henderson as defensive coordinator. Problem is, he's now a coach for the Colts. The Colts will not let us have Jerome Henderson. Plus, Jerome Henderson
especially since the Colts are the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, he's not going to leave that scenario. Unfortunately, I wish we had to let him go in the beginning of the season. No offense to Marco Emanuel, I got no issue with him as a coach, but I think Jerome Henderson's a damn good coach that should have been let go. But again, this is just, like I said, I'm done. I'm so done. It's not even funny with this team. Like, and it's almost worse to lose like this than it is to get blown out. You know what I mean? Like, we've had plenty of games that, like, beginning to end, we're the worst team. I'm okay. I'll just say I'm not okay with it, but I'm used to that as a Giants fan.
You understand it, but when you have such a lopsided, like, a lead in this game, like, you're up 19 points against one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
and just to blow it, like, absolutely absurd.
Yeah, it's insane, absolutely insane. How many people, could look at this and go, "Yeah, the coaching sucks," but yet we keep keeping the coaching for continuity.
Continuity of sucking ass.
Yeah, great job with the continuity, John Mara. Like, I don't want to be a total dick to him. I know he's facing cancer, and I wish him the best with that. But I'm sorry, continuity when you're losing year after year is not good. You don't want that kind of continuity. To sit there and say, we need continuity. No. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous. And this is one of those games that they're losing the fan base on. Because listen, I say this, we talk trash a lot about the just the fan comments by Bob Papa and that kind of stuff. And I admit it freely, like, Rob and I, we're a fan podcast, guys. Like, we don't try to pretend we're a coach. We don't try to pretend we're former players or anything like that. We don't try to front and make it seem worse than what it is. But when we look at it as guys who are fans of a whole life, watch a freaking ton of football, and we see the issues, then don't tell me the guys in the Giants that are literally being paid 6, 7, 8 figures, salaries, shouldn't be able to see it too.
100%. Listen, if I can see it, drinking beers on my couch, the coaching staff should be able to see it. The management team in there should be able to see it. And the players that are around the league, besides just on the Giants, but around the league, see what's going on.
Yeah,
like, that's what they should be upset about. Not the fan base pointing out of what the mistakes they're making.
Yeah,
it's the fact that, like, when you go to free agency and you're trying to make trades, and you're gonna have players that don't want to come here. Like we talked about, like, terrible turf and terrible coaching. Why would you want to come here to do what? I mean, I watched a lot of it today. Sit there and got a few touchdowns. And we had this conversation about bringing in a receiver. I'm like, this is a guy, like I was saying, could be good to bring in, but like, why would he want to come here? Like, he's on a terrible team, still doing good.
Yeah.
He's feasting with the route. Like, why would he want to come to the Giants?
And I wouldn't even want to bring a receiver in now anymore, to be very frank. We're 2-5.
No.
We're not going to win a goddamn thing. I guess at this point here, you're running out what you got, and you call it a day. Guys, what we're going to go through some of the stats real quick in the game, and then we're going to get to your guys' comments. So keep up the comments at that point there. I put the link in a couple of times as well if somebody wants to pop in as well and give their thoughts on the show as well. But let's go through the stats here of the day. So player stat wise for the Giants, Jaxson Dart, 14 of 26, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, along with 4 runs for 10 yards as well. And a great goddamn game for him. I know the interception's bad, but great goddamn game for a rookie
100%.
quarterback to go against a team that, again, I don't think they're number 2 defense in the league. I've said that. We put 32 points on them today. So either way, I think that's pretty obvious. They're not a number 2 defense in this league, but they're still a top 10 defense.
He's still top ranked.
They're still one of the better defenses in this league. And you sit there, you sit there and you just, you have a really good game against them. Yeah, again, the one interception, that's what's going to get you kind of look at now and say, okay, what the hell? And I just realized I had to refresh my screen. So Scottaboo actually 15 of 33, 283 and 3 touchdowns, and of course the interception. Rushing wise, Cam Scottaboo 16 carries, 60 yards, 3.8 yards per carry. Tyrone Tracy 9 carries, 46 yards, a 5.1. The big one, obviously, that touchdown was like half his yards right there. Jaxson Dart, like I said, 5 for 11, had the one rushing touchdown as well. So they had 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns for the rookie quarterback against this Broncos defense. Devin Singletary, 2 carries, 2 yards. Again, the only 2 carries he had were on the whatchamacallit, the when they were the 2-yard line at that point, and the Giants were trying to get out of that kind of spot there, avoid a safety. So they trusted him with the ball then. Wan'Dale Robinson had some really nice catches here. I got to give him some credit as well. 6 catches, 95 yards. Daniel Bellinger, where the hell has he been the last couple of years? Point blank, should be included more in the offense, especially with Neighbors out.
I called it in this game too.
88 yards, 1 touchdown. Theo Johnson, 3 for 66, including a touchdown, which was just an insane.
That was a crazy play.
That was insane.
That's like there's a couple of weird catches this game, but that was one of those
bounces off
from
from
Wan'Dale, I want to say too.
Pretty much still the catch from Wan'Dale, bounced off his hands. Yep, and it's crazy. He catches that, but he had like 2 or 3 times he was wide open and dropped the ball.
Yeah, I was watching that play. I was like, nice,
like absolutely insane. And then Scottaboo 3 for 34, including his first career receiving touchdown of his career. Andrew Phillips 9 tackles on the day. Dane Belton 6 with 4 assists. Paulson Adebo 4, and he left the game with an injury. We'll have to find out there what happens with him. Bobby Okereke 4 tackles, 2 assists. 4 tackles from Brian Burns, who had the big game overall with 2 sacks now, with 9 sacks on the season.
Crazy.
Absolutely freaking ridiculous there.
Let's see how pace for the year.
So, let me do the stats like that. Okay, you're trying to give us some positivity, I guess, in this whole thing, huh?
Listen, you're the guy that does
9 divided by 7 times 17. He's on pace for 22 sacks in the season. So, obviously, I don't anticipate that, but that's a damn good pace. That's for damn sure. So, on the Broncos side of it here, guys, 27 to 50, 279, 2 touchdowns. And I got to say, obviously, the first time Giants playing Bo Nix, he did not look good. And I probably shouldn't say that. We just lost to him. I get it. But our defense, he beat up the defense once he had all the injuries and all that stuff. But a lot of balls that were thrown way off. He had a lot of receivers also drop the ball, though, too, I thought, which was weird.
Yeah,
it was really sloppy passing offense in general.
It was from the get-go. That offense just looked weird overall. And then we talked about the game changer with the interception, but it was also the game changer for the first touchdown where it was like back between 3 Giants receivers to get Flint to pull it up at the just with a diamond catch, like ridiculous.
J.K. Dobbins, 14 carries, 81 yards, 5.8 yards per carry. Bo Nix, 5 for 48 with 2 rushing touchdowns. He had 4 touchdowns against us overall. Absolutely insane. Marvin Mims, 1 carry, 13 yards, 4 carries, 0 yards for R.J. Harvey. On the receiving side, Cortland Sutton, 6 catches, 87 yards. Marvin Mims Jr., 6 catches, 85 yards. Evan Ingram, ex-Giant, returns for 5 catches, 42 yards. Nate Atkins, 2 for 20. Troy Franklin, 3 of 19 with 1 touchdown. Tyler Bidet, 2 catches, 19 yards. Pat Bryant, 1 for 6, 1 for 2 with a touchdown for RJ Harvey as well. So on the defensive side for them guys, Hafunga had the big game there. 4 tackles, 1 assist. 3 tackles, 1 assist for Jaquan McMillan. Alex Singleton, 3 and 5. Brennan Jones, 3 and 3, 2 and 2 for DJ Jones as well. The interception was by Justin Strnad. You had sack-wise, you had Tillman had 1, half a sack for Roach, 1.5 for Cooper, and half for Quandarius Robinson as well. So they did get a few sacks on us, that's for sure. But a lot of them, quite frankly, were on Jaxson Dart. Again, this is the rookie stuff. This is the him learning kind of stuff there. So all right, let's get into your all you guys' comments here. Fact Joe said, I know it's apparent that kicking hurts us, but it was prevent defense that killed us. Yep. It's both. So I guess we got stabbed twice there, basically, like that's basically what it is. Stabbed twice. Arnor 6084. Gotta hit kickers, 1 effing job. Damn straight. Sub 23, fire everybody. That was one of the great meltdowns. Yes, they're not going to, but yes.
Yeah.
He said, let loose, fellas. Says about the cussing. Lawrence Davis says crazy.
Beep.
NYCG says F. Lawrence Davis, and I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Jets fan. He said he's crazy. James said, Dressler says that's what happens when you don't have any talent at the backup positions. Now, I'm assuming what he's referring to there is the fact that obviously Paulson or Debo out, that put Deonte Banks in, Javon Holland out, that put Dane Belton in, and that's really when everything went to shit. Basically, is when we started getting backups in the safety and corner position there, and all of a sudden the passing game kind of opened up. Now there was some decent plays by Belton. I will give him some credit on that. But you and I have said it before. Belton is the guy who does big plays, some good, some bad.
Yeah,
that's what he is.
See, you looked at it and feel like, oh, what was that big pass? How did that stop? Oh, Belton. Yeah. What was that big pass giving up? Who got that touchdown? Who was on him? Oh, Belton.
Yeah. He makes good plays and really good plays and really bad plays. That's what he does. Deb says, I can't even speak. Yeah. Jay says, I am done. And Deb says, but your team won, Jay Ferries. He says, yes. By season and by he's Colts fan the rest of the season. Arnor says I'm so sick of effing dumbass kickers. Yes. As Deb reminds Jay that he's now a Colts fan the year now. He's celebrating.
They smoked. They beat up on the Chargers in that ugly mustard outfit.
It's funny because I was calling them the Savannah Bananas, and then somebody on the telecast somebody called them that too. They look like the Savannah Bananas of football. Johnson, I'm going to throw up everywhere. Arnor says, fire his dumbass and make him find his own way home. Well, I said, I don't even blame the kicker. I really don't. I blame the Giants for putting the kicker in that scenario.
Yeah, it's if you're in sales and you got this guy that's right off the street that doesn't know what he's talking about or he's a little shy. Are you going to put him in a high market area and expect him to do well? No, you're going to have to trade him. Like.
Yeah,
you get someone that's a little gunshot to talk. Like, you're not going to do that. Like, you're going to go with a veteran guy if you go to a high market area. Like, it's crazy.
It's not even the market area thing. I get you saying the sales part, but I'm saying like we put a guy in there who doesn't know what to do.
As I'm saying, he doesn't know what to do. He's not qualified.
He's not. It's not even as qualified or not. He's got the qualifications to try, but he's tried and shown he's not good. Like, you've already seen it in 2 training camps. You've seen it by having him on the practice squad last year. He's not good enough. He shouldn't be the kicker. Never should have been. And I knew at some point that was going to come to bite us in the ass. And I was hoping I was wrong. But, unfortunately, I'm blessed with being smart. It is.
We've talked about this numerous times. Once again, we're a fan podcast, not the coach. How did the coaches not see this? Like, that'd be the problem. Like,
apparently, we're coached by Ronnie Millsap and Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Rob's getting us canceled. Potato Grifter says, Bo, when he's fired tonight, can't give up 33 points in one quarter and keep your job. I listen, he should have been fired a while ago. The whole coaching staff should have been fired, but it is what it is. Sidhu Berry, I don't trust nothing on the Giants. Yeah. Arnor's defense looked beyond winded. They were in Denver after all. Yes. I mean, we talked about the time possession was actually up even when the Giants were killing it. We're up for the Broncos. Actually, scary thing I'm looking at right now is almost 50-50. Giants had the ball 30 minutes and 11 seconds. The Broncos had the ball for 29 minutes and 49 seconds. So really, we're pretty much the same there at that point there overall. So let's see here. Jesus Morales is embarrassing for the whole coaching staff. In no way could have let up 33 points in one quarter. Yeah. Dan Johnson, coaches blew that game. It's not the first one. Nope. Seduces, we need Chapman. Marcus says, I think that Daboll should be fired tomorrow. Again, he should have been fired last year.
Continuity.
Dorothy says, beyond wanting to fire Daboll at this point, I want to fire myself as a fan. Yeah, I think, let's be honest, we're all in that ballpark there. And I appreciate you guys all sticking in with us here because I get it. Like, I guess misery loves company. Seduces defense bullshits. Deb says at Dorothy Slippers, it's hard to hang in there. Seduces, I'm happy we got him in 44 talking about Jaxson Dart there. Potato Grifter against two of the best defenses in the league. Yeah. I mean, that's a crazy thing. The offense all of a sudden looks so much better. And the defense just can't get their crap together. So, yeah. And Seduces, that was our season. Dallas Saints in this 3 games. Yeah, like I said, it's just, absolutely insanity. Davis, I'm disgusted. I'm sick of tired of present defense. 35 seconds to go. Yep, done. Throw this Andre Patterson as interim head coach and bring back. Oh yeah, we talked about that already. Unfortunately, can't. Dwayne, what's up, man? Says fire all of the coaches. Miguel says bad coaching, man. We should be in 5-1. Don't understand why we didn't run some clock on the goal line, knowing they didn't have no effing timeout. Yeah. I mean,
100%.
I get the running the time off in general. That's because we had bad plays on offense there. I had a bad offensive scheme for prior to that. I'm not going to blame it on the goal line specifically. Like, you could have played that game now in hindsight, but what if we had not scored in that a touchdown? Like, would you have then been upset because we didn't score? I mean, yeah, of course you would have, and rightfully so. You take the score when you take the score. You should be able to stop the defense. The defense should be able to stop the offense for the Broncos from scoring. That's what it boils down to. Like, it shouldn't be that way. I'm not going to blame. Again, I'm not going to blame them on that. I thought that was a good play call. And it's funny because I called it as it was happening. I said, watch, this is going to be a dark design run. When as soon as they spread everybody out from an obvious goal line rushing defense to a more of more of an obvious, passing kind of system at that point. I knew it was still going to be a run, but it was good. But that was a good play call. I'm not going to knock him on that one. Potato Grifter says one thing is getting clear as weeks go by. This team doesn't have talent. The coach does have talent. The coaching is holding it back. Yes, we've been saying 100%. That for a while. This is not a bad roster, guys. That's why I'm saying I'm not going to call for Joe Shane's job, though I'm pissed about the kicker part. That's on him. Be very frank on that. The kicker part is on him. But overall, this team's got a lot of talent on it. It really does. Dwayne says they were coaching to lose today. They have no creativity and no sense of urgency. Damn straight. Seduce says, I want to watch till they start winning. Yeah, I get it. Dorothy says, how many games can we possibly lose in this season because we don't have a kicker until one of these clowns fixes the problem? Yes.
We've only been banging the drum for over a year.
Is this what the third one now in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Third game in 2 seasons we lost because we didn't care.
Yeah, where
And
our star kicker couldn't play. Yeah,
I'm putting that in this because Judas. I'm sorry, he's not a good kicker. He should not be in the roster. Seduce is crazy. Dwayne says prayers to John Merritt, but this team stinks. Damn straight. Marcus says Kafka should be the interim since he's had success with Dart. So I agree with you, Drew. But we've seen this before with this organization. There's a complacency that sets in on a big lead no matter who's the coach. Playoffs with the 49ers, an example. We started off well against the Saints 2 weeks ago. This is unacceptable. Yes. Flat out.
big time.
Jimmy Spliff TV says this is on Shane B and Brian Dickhead Daboll. Seduces distraction Steve. Dorothy says if not for Jaxson, Dart, and Scadaboo, I'd stop watching for the first time in 30 plus seasons. Yeah, I mean, they're the one thing that makes you go, there's hope. But there's not hope as long as Daboll's there. I'm sorry. There's not. He's not good. He's just not. And it's time we finally just give up on this guy. Like,
listen, I want to keep this guy. Like, Drew, you're on a horse fighting last year. I'm like, let's see what's going on. That he's progressively gotten worse. You're supposed to get progressively better as a coach. All right, you overachieved your freshman year as a coach. So, like, when you came back and you got 6 wins, like, all right, you know what? We came down to what we're supposed to be. Then we went down 3 wins. I'm like, maybe like we're actually still playing with talent. Like, we have the talent. We're just not utilizing it the correct way.
Like I said, there's 3 games right there. We should have won. 3 games we should have won. Right now, we easily should be 5-2.
As I said, it'd be a big difference, even if we won 1 of those games or 2 of those games. Like, you sit there at 500, like, we started off terrible, but like you turn around and like we won today.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a massive difference here. Dan says this is on Shane just as much for not having an NFL kicker. Yes, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I want to make sure we say that because as much as I'm pissed at the coaching staff and as much as I say Shane's actually gotten talent on this roster for once, because he has, it's on him that we don't have a legit kicker. Like I said, Jake Moody was the perfect example I gave right there. Jake Moody. And when did he sign? Let's see. I'm curious. When did he even sign with the Bears? Because he's a guy that point blank would have been a much better option here. Let's see here. So he signed with the practice squad on September 12th. And then October 13th, he got called up. So, yeah, we could have had him and taken him from the Chicago Bears practice squad. Point blank. Just didn't.
Yeah.
Michael says, I knew after the first missed field goal. Listen, I mentioned it a couple times. I said, watch it come down to this. And
100% did.
Sure enough, it did. Seduce says, run the ball, man. Yeah. Problem is, we didn't run the ball very well because everybody knew it was going to happen. It wasn't that we just had to run the ball. We ran the ball with Scadaboo. We ran up the middle twice and then quick tried to do a pass with Dart. Like, you can't have that simplified of an offense. That's like a prevent offense. Like, I know it's not a term, but that's basically what we did. We did a prevent offense, basically, along with the prevent defense. And all we did is prevent ourselves from winning the goddamn fucking game.
100%.
Oh my God. I'm trying to stop myself from cussing so much. I really am. So getting so ticked off.
YouTube, don't get mad at us.
It's gonna happen. Dwayne says maybe Jaxson Dart is attractive enough to lure a top coach here. What does he have to show, a little leg or something, Dwayne? What's that?
It's his necklace.
Yeah.
Look at my chain.
Oh my gosh. Dan says we have the team to win, and Mara's wasting it on trash coaching and front office. Yes. At least the coaching part. Again, coach front office. I'm not as low on Shane, which is pretty scary because I'm not even a big fan of Joe Shane. Like, I talked trash about him many times, but he's not as big an issue. Yeah, right now I want to focus on the real issue, which is Brian Daboll, point blank. And again, Brian Daboll's on the field. Don't think Brian Daboll's hearing them saying prevent defense, and he's not stopping it.
Yeah. Like,
I'd be like, listen here, mother effer. You just go one more goddamn time. I'm going to smack you with that goddamn playbook.
Listen, why are you going to do something you know that doesn't work for us? keep doing what you were just doing. You shut down this offense.
Yeah, like you
why
literally are
let
pitching a shutout. You're pitching a goddamn shutout, and all of a sudden, like, okay, we're done now. Prevent defense.
Yeah. Whatever you were doing, it was working. Why change? Don't fix what's not broken. That's all you had to do.
Yeah. We have a live shot, by the way, of the Giants 2025 season right now. It's a live shot of the Giants 2025 season. It's this dead. It's dead. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. David says, I think you have to bring in a receiver to help out Dart's development. Honestly, we need to extend Wandale before the end of the year. Yeah, I'm 100% on extending Wandale. Let me be very clear on that from the get-go. We've been very big on Wandale for a while on this.
His freshman year, man, he was great. Towards down the Detroit game, but I mean, he was cooking that Detroit game, and then obviously he was injured towards ACL coming back.
If anything, I think the big thing is we just have to be patient and wait for Neighbors to get back next year. I don't,
especially at 2-5.
I don't think receivers the issue. Let's be very frank, guys. If you want to replace anybody, because let's be honest, if you get a receiver right now, you say bye-bye Wandale or bye-bye Slayton in another year. If you want to replace anybody, and I know he got the touchdown, but Theo Johnson right now with his big catches is just pissing me off left and right.
Big drops.
Like, maybe go get yourself a legit tight end, because you can see that he can get the ball to tight end, Jaxson Dart. Like, he's done it.
Listen, I called out saying they should do the 22-man setup, 2 tight end setup, big time this game. And
they did it a lot.
It worked for him. And listen, Belly looked good in this game, first touchdown, and of the opening drive, Theo, which was a crazy catch once again, but he also dropped a lot of big plays. Like, Bellinger. Bellinger is a really good blocking tight end as well.
Yep.
And that's something like he could lean on. Like, why
lean on me?
Like Theo's not so much of a great blocker.
No receivers.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely insanity. Michael says it happens in every game when extra point is missed in the beginning or in the middle of the game. The team loses by 1 or 2 points. Yep. Joe Carey says Falcons lost the Pats was worse. Well, yeah, that's the Super Bowl. This isn't the greatest loss of all time. This
is getting us close to 500.
Yeah, this is just the greatest loss this week. I mean, and I'm not even saying for the Giants in the NFL right now. This is probably the greatest loss, basically. I mean, it's absolutely insanity here. So Deuce says the comeback's over. There's no more comeback. Like, let's be honest, you don't come back.
Broncos
5. Oh yeah. Davis says, why is it? Well, he's stuck at drafting DBs. Banks is trash. Signing of Adebo looks terrible. So the signing of Adebo, first off, if you look at just the stats wise, yes, but if you watch all 22 and stuff like that, Adebo is the one guy that was kept deep in coverage at that point, as opposed to letting him attack. He's an attack corner, and look at what happened once he got out of the game this week. Now Banks is trash. Banks, let me just be very frank, trash. He should be gone. He has no ability to play with any kind of effort whatsoever. He isn't good in coverage. He gets pass interference calls against him left and right. He is utter trash. Should be gone. Seduces offense, fire. Yes, offense. Play blank. If we get the defense going, this actually could be a good team. But for next year. The Joe EO 81993 says, holy shit, did the refs try to give the game to the Giants? Bo Nix 33 points to 4th. He's an effing dog. No, the refs did not try to give the game to the Giants. The Broncos literally have been doing this all year long, where it's like point blank penalty after penalty after penalty. Now the Giants have as well, and they were actually good in that today. But so Marcus Black says this is some BS. Blow a lead, a 19-point lead. WTF? I am livid. WTF? I pissed off a Mr. Fee. I feel like there was something else in this. Either that, or all of a sudden Google Translate stopped working towards the end of the line. Marcus,
try to type right now. That's what
I don't know. Marcos says, if I was mayor, I'd walk into Shane's office and demand him to unload Russell Wilson for whatever he can get. Make Jameis the quarterback number 2. Here's the thing, though. What do you think you're getting for Russell Wilson? Who wants Russell Wilson? Let's be very frank, guys. There are players we could draft. I would say could trade potentially if you don't want to keep. but nobody is giving you anything for Russell Wilson. Let's be very clear on that. No one. Seduces Turbo Miller over 26. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they keep not playing Turbo. I would have at this point give Turbo a chance. There's no receivers, and you have a guy that's shown he's a good receiving running back. You're not giving me a chance. Now, on most teams, I'll say this. On most teams, I would sit there and say, well, they see him every day in practice. They probably know something we don't. But I have such little faith in this coaching staff that I can't sit there and say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just going to keep on beating boneheads.
Yeah. Jordan says, were the sacks that bad? We score a 32-point. Dart looks amazing. No. The sacks, I'm not saying the sacks are horrendous. All I'm saying is we did allow 4 sacks in the game. So we have to recognize that. And like I said, some of them were point blank on Dart for holding onto the ball too long. Again, this is things he's going to learn. Everything is a learning experience for rookies like that. That's life. But again, when we're that close, we lost by 1 point. 1 point. If maybe he didn't take one of those sacks, maybe he sets us up into field goal range. We probably would have missed a field goal with our shitty ass kicker.
I was going to say, what are you talking about?
Here I am cussing again. I can't help myself. The jersey's coming out today. All the way down here in Florida, the jersey's coming out today. I'm trying to limit it. I'm trying. I told you even, like, hey, we're going to be careful.
Yeah, so then side text me, hey, watch out your cussing, man.
Well, I know we get hit by YouTube for eventually because advertisers don't like it, but it is what it is. Dorothy says, has Banks ever made a hustle play? Probably to get a burger from Evan Neal.
Yeah.
I've heard he makes good burgers. Marcus Black says, tell me how can a football game cause so much anger in me live? I'm mad, bro. Like, really mad, breaking shit. Don't break stuff in your house. It ain't worth it. Trust me, the Giants point blank don't care that we're this mad. They don't. Because if they care, they would have actually done things to change this a while ago. Let's be very frank here. They would have done things to change this a while ago. We all know the problems. We all saw the problems. We all called out the problems.
And listen, we got their media that's calling us out for being,
we're just fans. Just fans.
Yeah, just fans. We don't know what we're talking about. Let the professionals talk. Like,
just fans. Yet they tell they tell players on the team not to go on shows with content creators. They purposely invite content creators in training camp and don't invite Giants content creators. They like I said,
TikTok influencers instead of actual Giant fans.
Yeah, absolute insanity. Influencers. Anthony says the defensive coordinator gives that many points in one quarter is unspeakable. Bowen needs to be replaced. Yep. And I'm going to throw this out there.
Yeah.
If we had just replaced Brian Daboll last year, he would have already been replaced.
100%.
We'd have been gone 100%. With him. Dorothy says, DJ and Jerome Henderson are on the Colts. The Colts are the first in the AFC, and people that fire them are here. Then wait a minute. I am seeing a pattern. Damn straight. We lose you, Rob. I think we lost Rob there for a second. But yeah, it just is what it is there. So yeah, it's just the whole thing is absolutely insanity. Marcus says, I mean, are we effing serious? Yeah. Miguel, Angel, Calderon, Guerrero, WDF. What's the DF? I think it means T. What happened with defense? Really, this loss break my heart. Yeah. They said this is one of those ones you look back on and you remember. Like, don't be wrong, there's a lot of losses for the Giants. This is one you go back on and you remember for a few years because it hurts you that much. Jordan says, I usually listen to 2-3 podcasts after the game. Not tonight. Can't do it. I get it. We appreciate you being here as always, though. Marcus says, I can't believe that this scat where he was our effing recipe as D. We walk away from it. Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think we walked away from Scatterboo. And I think honestly is part of the problem was we were so predictable. Like towards the end of the game, it was run by Scatterboo, pass. That was that, like I said, I'm calling it the prevent offense, but that's what we were doing. You can't win that way. You can't. So Dorothy says, I'm sitting with my son trying to make him a 5th generation Giants fan, and all this team has to offer him is medium Pepsi. When he says he likes the Broncos jersey better, I get it. Yeah, I do. And that's a rough thing, and we've been bad for so long, it's gonna hurt the popularity of the team. Like, that's one thing I think the Giants need to recognize is from a marketing standpoint, even on their own, because they don't care about us if we care if they win or not, let's be honest, they don't care. From a marketing standpoint, they're losing an entire generation of kids that, quite frankly, don't wanna watch the Giants or the Jets. Like, this generation of people growing up in the New York area won't wanna root for a football team at all. Or they'll root for a team that doesn't even live here. It's insanity, absolute insanity. Anthony says, "I just popped on to say I hope the Bowen is left in Denver. I'm so disgusted." He says Jake Moody misses just as many. Well, he said he's been good so far this year, and he's a whole lot better of a kicker than Jude McAdamney. And that's just off the top of my head. I'm sure there's somebody else we could have gotten to. Dorothy says he came in point to a player that lost the game besides how horrible Banks is. This is all about the coaches preventing the players from playing to win, and Jaxson almost overcame their stupidity. Yes. To come back and get that final touchdown like he did was absolutely amazing there. Like this is like an absolute great thing, and I love that the way he played. And I'm trying to look at some of the positiveness in that regard. Like, we have a quarterback that literally brought us back with a chance to win. A lot of players, point blank, would have hung their head, would have been pissed off, would have been, all down on the team and themselves and all. He kept going. Point blank, he kept going. So I got to give Dart a ton of credit. And that's what the season's all about at this point now. Because now at 2-5, with us being completely done and out of it, this is all about now. It's all about, at this point, the development further of Jaxson Dart. That's all that matters. NYG, NYY, I'm finished with this shitty team. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. As we got RJ popping in here as well. Give me 2 seconds, man, and I got you.
Yeah.
And it says, I can't recover from this loss. Oh, listen, we'll recover. It's still life. Like, I don't want any of us to get this low, like, oh, it's done. It's done.
Yeah. This loss hurt a lot, but it also showed a lot of other things. Granted, it definitely showed terrible Giants play, but it also showed there's a lot of heart in this team, a lot of heart in this future.
Yeah. Giants
really shows the coaching's got to go.
Dang it, no party. Listen, there was no party last week. We won. There's supposed to be a party. What the hell? Where's the party?
Yeah. Come on, bro.
Shaw Boris says, I'm not watching any more games. Deb says, putting my Giant stuff back in the closet. It's embarrassing. John Morris says, this season is over for this year. Gabriel says, good.
Look at our division.
Bad throw.
Not the best. Just saying.
Yeah. Sean says, effing trash. Deb says, don't know if I'll peel the stickers off my car. Well, don't put this is why I always put magnets on.
That's why I don't put stuff in my car.
And Sean Morris says, yes, they're done. So hold on a second here. Let's figure out how to rearrange this a little bit here. So we put the link out there. We got RJ here in the background here, the backstage area.
Yeah. Sean, Deb, you guys want to jump in? Come on.
Hey, yeah. I say anybody else that wants to jump in with us here, I'm going to put the link in one more time, and then I'm going to change it where we can kind of get us up here. Give me a second to adjust this here a little bit here.
Thanks for waiting, RJ.
Okay, there we go. And yep, there we go. Nope, that wasn't it at all. That wasn't it either.
That's just terrible.
So many buttons. We have so many buttons here. So many buttons. Hold on a second here. There we go. That's Spikes. I didn't hit the buttons for him there. Hold on. Whoop. Oh, there we go. I got him on there. There we
go. RJ, welcome aboard.
What's up, man?
Glad to be on. Hey, just real quick, I won't take up too much of your time, but I did want to pop in here. Unfortunately, we have to go through some of these losses. It's going to be part of the growing pains.
Yep.
Although we have high expectations, and man, they played damn good today. I mean, first half, they allowed 1 sack. That offensive line was playing tremendous. It was a game of emotions, high emotions. I mean, happy, glad, mad, frustrated, kick the cat. Well, not really, but it was one of those games, with a lot of emotions. And, but when we think about it, this has to happen to this group. There's a lot of young talent. They're learning pains. Are we frustrated? Yes. Are we mad? Yes. But we have to be realistic and know that they're gonna have to deal with these kind of circumstances and come and learn from them. And I think they will, and they'll get better as the season progresses. And I'm thinking next year, with all this experience under our belts, I've got a lot of rookies, a lot of second-year talent, and for them to be even this competitive, we got to give them credit, though. You know what I mean? So they just got to learn how to close out games. This is a game we should have won. We should be 5-2 realistic. We should have beat the Cowboys. We should have beat the Saints. We should have won today. We would have been 5-2 today. RJ and I would have been having a Dos Equis beer right now, but that's not the case. You know what I mean? So I just want to
listen. The problem isn't the players. Like Drew and I addressed that before. Like it's the coaching. It's terrible to call them to do it. These guys have heart. Like I was saying, look at Dart with hero ball going across that across the goal line, and with the couple minutes left of regulation, and like that should have been the end of the game right there. But it was just clock management and the coaching that just didn't do it right after.
Exactly. Like you see that last drive. Why the heck are we only rushing 3 passers? You know what I mean? Why are we not putting pressure on Knicks and playing like a regular defense instead? They throw all the defense to the back and they complete a 30-some or 40-some yard pass.
Yeah, it was 39-yard completion.
Yeah.
It was absolutely absurd. And then you had another one that's like 20 yards right after. You gave the game away to prevent defense. And you literally stopped this offense with your defense for 3 quarters already. Don't fix it what's not broken. But for some reason we had to get fancy.
Yes.
And they just ran the same routes that they were doing before. It wasn't like they changed their offense up that much. We changed our defense up that much, which goes into the coaching problem.
Yes, I agree. 1,000%. You got Burns, Carter, Thibodeau, Lawrence, and you're only rushing 3. You know what I mean? Or even not even blitzing or putting pressure on Knicks. You gave them all day to find a receiver. They're gonna find an open spot with time.
Especially a backup at the corner with Banks and with Javon Holland being out. Like Dane Belton is not his coverage is not his skill.
No, and our defensive front is pretty strong. So like you don't have to blitz, but you can still put pressure with 4 guys up there. And we weren't doing it.
I keep hearing our pass rush is strong. I don't see it.
We just talked about Burns that has 9 sacks that would average 22 on a year.
Burns.
That's part of it. Listen, he was all over. He looked great today. I have to say.
Where's the rest?
Where's the rest? Thibodeau was right there as well. Like there was a lot of plays I saw him out there getting right in the face of Bo Nix. So and to say you want Parsons to be out there just being absolutely absurd. I'm sorry, not Parsons.
You mean Carter?
Yeah, Carter. I don't know why I said Parsons. I was watching Green Bay. I was watching Green Bay before talking about him, but you want Carter to be out there. He's a rookie. Like to sit there and say like he should be playing like Burns, it's unfair.
I'm not saying that. I've been very big on that overall, but I'm just saying like everybody was acting this is supposed to be an elite pass rush. I don't see it. I see it occasional games. I see it occasional plays. I don't see it overall. And when it matters,
you saw a really good pass rush.
But when it matters the most, you don't see it. But I say when it matters the most, flat out, you don't see it. You didn't see it in the Cowboys game when it mattered. You didn't see it in this game when it mattered. When it's close games and we're trying to win, you don't see it. This pass rush disappears. And again, I'm not blaming
because it goes into the backfield.
I'm not blaming the players. I'm blaming the coaches. I want to be very clear on that when I say that. But that's what I'm saying. And
problem is the coaching. Like you said, like we have when they go in and they actually rush the passer, like plays are made. But when you go to this prevent defense and those pass rushers are going back to the backfield to stop the play and not rushing the passer, which is what they should be doing, it's when the big plays are let up.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is I love the point about the kids learning to play basically because that's really what the season is about, though.
Yeah,
and I kind of want to listen. We're pissed right now. Let's be very frank. We're all pissed. We deserve to be pissed. We should be pissed. Like, there's no doubt about that. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But we just did play a team that we said point blank. Rob, do we not say going into this game? We don't expect to win this game. We just hope to keep it close. What did we do? We didn't win this game. We kept it close. Now, the way it went down is aggravating as all hell. But hold on. But hear me out. I say it's aggravating as all hell. But I can look at this game, and it's difficult to do it right now in the moment because I'm so pissed off about the defense. I'm so pissed off at the kicker. There's so things I'm pissed off about. But I'm trying to look at it right now and say, you know what? I'm still seeing growth in this team. And I'm seeing it in spite of this coaching staff.
We hit the trifecta on this game, by the way. Just saying.
I don't want to hit the trifecta this game. I didn't want to hit the trifecta. I wanted to win the goddamn game. I don't want to be right about my bet. I wanted to freaking win the goddamn game.
100%. Listen,
I'm not taking
I was sitting
solace in
there.
that.
Listen, RJ, I have a football family. We sit down, we watch football. That's our thing.
Yeah.
We love it. Red zone, 2 TVs in the living room. Like, we bring an extra one in, watch games. Like, this is, she said, she's not perfect, but whatever.
I know we're bad too. RJ and I, we have this rule with the sisters and the brother, and no one is allowed at the house when the Giants are playing. And, last Thanksgiving, or when they played on Thanksgiving versus the Cowboys, they said, let's have lunch, and everybody needs to leave the house because, and this is, awesome. we're being serious. And, man, because him and I, RJ and I, we get fired up for the games. I mean, we're like standing in front of the TV, like, the neighbors probably could hear us yelling and stuff, but
something gave us away. You might be fired up during the game. I don't know. Perhaps your something on your face just tells me that you're fired up at the game.
So you're about to drop the Mondo elbow or something.
As in full Nacho Libre luchador mask you're going here. He's got to go.
I do it for the children.
Sometimes when you are a man, you must wear the stretchy pants. It's fun.
Well, we're going to sign out, guys. We enjoyed it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for coming on again, man.
We enjoy the show.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
See you again next time.
All right.
Ladies, guys. So maybe one day we'll actually have the party at our house we're supposed to have too. So
let's go.
Let's see here. Sean said, I'm not wearing my Giants shirt anymore this season. I like how he said shirt, not shirts, shirt.
Yeah, listen, that's because the jerseys are locked up and then you didn't buy any new ones. I feel you, man.
I've told you guys for a while now, point blank, boycott the team. Don't buy gear. Don't go to the games and give them any money at that point because it's the only thing the Giants listen to is their pocket. It's the only thing they listen to is their pocket. It's it. Paul says defense had 33 dropped them in one quarter. Unreal. Absolutely. I gotta wonder, what's the NFL record? NFL record for most points in a quarter by one team. I had to put that in there. I was gonna be like both probably. Oh my
40.
God.
Is it the Giants?
Oh my God.
We just made NFL history.
The Broncos 33.4 quarters set a new NFL record for most points scored in a final period of play by a team which finished the third quarter with 0 points. We just literally broke an NFL record in this game, guys.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now the record for most points in a quarter is 41, but that was the most points given by a team that was shut out for the first 3 quarters. Most points given up. We just broke NFL records, and not in the good way, guys. Not in the good way at all. Absolutely insanity. Yeah. Neymar, what's up, Ed? Says Shane Bowen should be fired. Yep. Like that guy in what's that storage word? Remember that? It was like, yep. Sean says this whole coaching staff needs to go. Yep. This team has not been good for a long time. Yep. And he says this team is not beating the Eagles this coming Sunday. No, this is what they do. Watch us win on Sunday, because this is what they do. They suck all the hope out of us, then they give it back to us, then they suck it all back out again. I swear, it's like the Giants team is a bunch of sadistic motherfuckers.
They're going to give me a heart attack. It's not because of my high cholesterol. No. My LDL is good, by the way. Just kidding.
There you go. Hey, it's in your family, low cholesterol, I know. So
yeah, I was going to say.
Let's see. The internet isn't real, says when the force started 19-0. I said, okay, Giants can't lose this. That was like, well, technically they could, but that's basically impossible. Thank you, G-Man, for making the impossible loss possible. Kelsey gives the shocked face. Deb says, Kelsey, you talk with your boy just saying regardless of what his friend says. Oh my God. Guys, like I said, I want to leave here on a positive note. I really do. And I know we're all pissed off. And again, we have the right to be. But I really think the focus in this should be the fact that, yes, we had a big breakdown. Hopefully that's a learning experience for these young kids that just flat out, again, I said the live telecast, they have to learn to win. They have to learn to close games out. This is not something you would think this comes naturally to people, but no, this kind of stuff does happen with young, obviously not this exact 33 points has never happened before, but you do see losses like this with young players being the focus of your team, and young players are the focus, especially on offense right now with Dart Scatterbo and all. So it's like, I know I'm usually the negative Nancy. I'm the Debbie Downer. I'm trying to be positive right now, and I'm trying to tell you guys point blank, this is actually a step in the right direction, as scary as that sounds. This is a game that usually would go when we get blown out. We didn't have no chance of scoring any points against a top 10 offense, top 10 defense. And for most of this game, we were the better team. And quite frankly, I don't think any Broncos fans sit there saying, oh my God, we just whooped on them. That Giants team is trash. No, they're saying, thank God they just broke down in the fourth quarter. Thank God they missed the kick. Thank God this happened.
100%. Listen, I made a joke in the third quarter when I saw like the focus in Mile High, and some fans just go, oh. I started laughing on the couch. I was like, look at this guy's disappointed. That's fantastic. That's normally what happens in MetLife.
Yeah, the booing was happening and all, and it's like, yes, finally, we're not getting booed.
Yeah.
But now we're back to being to be the boo birds here because it's going to happen. But I'm saying, I'm telling you, it wouldn't shock me at all if we beat the Eagles again.
Yeah, listen,
it would not shock me at all. This would be the Giants' way.
My big thing I said also going into last week saying, shouldn't be surprised if the Giants win against the Eagles. I think they beat the spread. I think this is the week where they get smoked by the Eagles because it's more of a get-right game because the Eagles should be having some injuries come back, but they also have not looked right the past month. So, Drew, you might be right here. We might be able to
this is what the Giants, I'm telling you, the second the Giants make you think that that all hope is gone, that's when all of a sudden they win a game. It's what they do. And I'm just, like I said, I'm getting sick of it. And then, like Deb says, just enough to keep Daboll. That's what they do. Just enough to give you that hope. Daboll, I'm going to give you this. Daboll is the Daniel Jones of coaches. Gives you just enough hope to get another year. Just enough hope.
Well, the problem is, listen, we haven't beat the Eagles in years. Now he's beat the Eagles. You go ahead and beat them again. We barely lost to the Cowboys. So say we win against Cowboys, right? So now in that division, right? Yeah, you give up. You lost against DC. Like, okay, we've had their number, but they were an NFC Championship team last year, or they went to the NFC Championship team. Right there. So you could be like, all right, you know what? Teams made a lot of improvements, but the teams that had our numbers, you actually you won against. So just at that merit right there, Mara might say, you have another year.
Yeah. No.
If you did majority of teams, right? Majority of coaches, your job is to beat your division because if you can win against your division, you have to play less than 500 to have win the record.
And this is why, point blank, I'm calling on Giants fans because the only way we're going to get this done is people flipping out.
Yeah,
point blank.
The problem is, at the end of it, is it's the culture. It's not the players. It comes down to the coaches because it's the culture. Like they don't know how to win games because the culture is not set up to get games going. Like there's plenty of teams out there where they have young teams. Like I pointed out because I've watched a lot of Green Bay games 2 years ago. They were the youngest team in the NFL, and they still made it to the playoffs because coaching had a winning coach. The coaches had a winning culture there. And they develop players.
Yeah.
Giants are now one of the youngest teams out there, but our coaching doesn't have the culture to win games. This should have been a win. We should have, once again, 5 wins we could have had in the year so far. We could have been at the top of the NFC. But we can't because we don't have the culture.
I think next year we get a coach in here, like legit coaching staff in here, because, like I said, I see Deb with the, please stop trying to put a lipstick on a pic. We're not putting lipstick. We're putting mascara on. I'll put it that way. Like we're not.
Big lashes.
There's still a stepping stone here to be had. There really is, and I think that we gotta focus on that part of it there to a certain degree, because the fact that we were even close to a team there is legit. Like, this wouldn't have happened last year. Was it happened the year before that? But we do have to focus on the fact that it still sucks to lose. We still point blank should have beaten this team, and we still point blank should have gone ahead and fired the coach last year. Maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Probably not.
It's the honest truth of the matter on all accounts. So, I think that's where we just got to focus on, is we got to focus on just making it through this year, getting a new coach, getting some savvy veterans here that know how to win to mix in with this, because I think that's a big thing too as well. Like, now that you got a young team that's fired up, ready to go, you got to go ahead and get somebody that knows how to win in this team as well, because we don't have that right now. And I think the future is actually, dare I say, I hate to say it, but actually bright for this team, as long as we get a new coach. And that's the thing that scares me, is I don't think that's a given. I really don't. So, I think we're just going to figure out what we're going to do. And hopefully we do enough to piss off Mara into making the decision he should have made last year. But, instead, we got our continuity. We continuously lose. That's continuity, right?
That's it.
Like, that's what he wanted. He wanted continuity. So, but yeah, guys, that's gonna call it a night for us. There's only so much we can just complain about the same exact goddamn things here. Listen, do me a favor though. The Giants may not win today. Maybe we can win. Hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, hit the like, hit the bell on YouTube. Let us know when new episodes are coming out. We only got 273 of y'all right now in the chat watching this live. We appreciate you guys here because, like I said, I know, like Deb said, I know she means it. She's on like 2 or 3 easily each night when it was during post games, because I see her in every single Giants chat. Pretty much, it feels like when I go into them. So I get it. It's a rough one here. I'm hoping that this is a lesson game for the Giants, though. And hopefully brighter days are coming at that point, because like I said, I don't think last year, the year before, we're in this position. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. I don't think we were anywhere in shape or form in this position last year. So hopefully better times are coming. Hopefully we get a new coach. Hopefully the progression continues to happen for Jaxson Dart. And hopefully, like I said, brighter days are ahead. So appreciate you guys for listening. We'll be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, we are live on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 p.m., along with, of course, game day coverage, live play-by-play and post-game coverage as well. Always live on YouTube, of course, the preferred platform, along with Facebook, Twitter/X, Twitch, and, of course, Rob's favorite, my LinkedIn profile. And, of course, as always, we're available the next day on all the audio podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big ones there. So if you haven't already, again, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that share button. We'll be seeing you guys there, of course, tomorrow. Appreciate you guys for joining in as always. And as always, Giant fans, go G-Man! Go G-Man! Hard to do today, but go G-Man!
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.